what's going on? Zash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. How are you doing today? Gonna talk about probably the most efficient way, certainly the fastest way to farm your Great Hall, and that's using a Blender comp, a Blender team in the arena. Today we're gonna highlight my personal favorite of the Blender comps out there. But first, Clan Boss, our Hydra Clan Boss just ended right now, so I figured I'd open up my my chest and we'll see what we get here. You know, bring you guys along for the ride. If you don't care, feel free to skip this.
Don't go, please.
Oh, won't you stay?
I will keep that weapon. I will keep this that helmet, really good helmet there. These attack flat stats will sell. This helmet protection will keep with speed on it. Attack flat stat will sell, and then we get HP flat stat will sell. And that was it. Let's open up these ones here from the hard difficulty. We have a mythical artifact here with crit rate, in speed, defense, protection. We will keep that for sure. And then we have accuracy, speed on Stone Skin with HP. We'll keep that. We have accuracy, crit damage, attack on Stone Skin. I'm going to keep it just because Stone Skin is so good, even though it's not a good artifact.
Oh, look, an empty glass bottle. I can use this. For what? For nothing. You're not going to use it for anything.
I'll sell it. I'll sell it. I'm trying to be better. Trying to be more disciplined to actually selling things that I'm on the fence, lest I look back at my artifact collection when it's full and my inbox is getting full and I'm lazy and I need to clear out a ton of space, right? Defense, resistance, accuracy, HP. This one worth keeping, especially with the resistance and HP. Obvious synergy with Stone Skin on a go second team. So we'll keep that. I have one more here, guys. Hopefully, let me know if you like this kind of stuff, this kind of bonus content at the start of the video. Crit damage with crit rate, Stone Skin, an attack, mythical, I'll keep it, I'll keep it. Crit rate, defense, resistance on protection, I'll sell it. And look at this. Look at this, protection with speed, defense, resistance. We will keep this as well. So not too bad. Honestly, one of the better batches of artifacts that I've gotten from Hydra Clan Boss. Also, Mithrala. How close are you guys to getting Mithrala? Let me know, because I would love to do a guide on her, but I'm kind of waiting to see how many of you, or to the majority of you, actually get her first. So please let me know, but I'll probably post a community tab poll, better way to kind of survey the audience here. We talked about Great Hall. We talked about this is the most efficient way to do it, and it's mainly because of the speed, right? I mean, this is the fastest way to win an arena, right? A Blender comp. It gives you all sorts of luxuries that people don't normally experience when farming inside the arena. Now, I am in Gold 5, about halfway in Gold 5, halfway or so through the week here. So the opponents aren't super easy. This works best, and I want to be very clear here, this works best in Gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Gold 4 ideally. Basically, wherever it's the easiest, where you can fight the majority of the teams that you're encountering on your group of 10 per refresh inside the arena. Because with this team, the only downside is you do have to be a little selective, right? You can't go into really, really tanky teams that you're not going to be able to one-shot. You're probably going to lose, and then it's going to kind of defeat the purpose too, because your team is not going to be fast, right? If it takes you 2 or 3 minutes, even if you do end up, squeaking out a victory. So go after easier teams like this. But before we talk more about all that stuff, let's talk about the team and how it works and why it's so incredibly effective. So this is the team that I'm going to be spotlighting on today's video. Let me move out of the way. And let me cut off the awkward non-green screen. We have a speed lead on this team. We have an ally attack champion. So arbiters are speed lead, ally attack champion. We have 2 champions with AoEs on their A1. So where to start here? Let's talk about the nukers first, right? So order really does matter on a Blender comp. Let me repeat that. The order of the champions. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? If not, Arbiter is in the lead spot, position 1. Position 2 is Farrakhan the Fat up here where my cursor is. Position 3 is going to be Ray. Position 4 is going to be Skullcrown. This matters not just in the arena, but on every single Clan Boss team or any team that you're using an ally attack or counterattack champions. This is going to dictate the order in which, once that ally attack is triggered, once that counterattack is triggered off of an AoE attack, for example, who's going to go first, right? It's going to go in this order. So Arbiter's going to go first, then Ray, then Skullcrown. Why does this matter so much? Well, if you look at the A1 abilities of your nukers, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Now, this particular team, it could go either way, and I'm curious to see which way you guys would go if it was your team. Number one is we have Rey, who has a 55% chance with Sniper and Booked Out of placing decreased defense on her A1 ability. So essentially debuffing the enemy team while nuking them, right? So that's a really, really good ability, and it's a great setup ability. However, you can make an equally compelling argument that Skullcrown should be going first. Attacks all enemies, places an extra hit if the target has more than 50% HP. So on a Sinesha Skullcrown team, you always want to have Skullcrown in number 3 position, Sinesha, who's another AoE on her A1, but it's the opposite. Places an extra hit on targets have less than 50% HP. You want her obviously going after Skullcrown. Does that make sense to you guys? Hopefully it does. Hopefully I explained it. It's not that complicated to understand, but you know, it pertains to abilities like Skullcrowns and Sineshas, where they get an extra hit potential, and it also pertains to debuffs. Any debuff that you want to land, you might as well have that champion going earlier in the rotation. So other than that, guys, I'm going to show you the builds on all these champions. Let me show you a quick run and just show you how effective this team is and why it's a magical thing here. Also to note here, I'm going to show you, as I mentioned, all the builds on these champions.
Standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour.
They go by fast, 2 seconds, you know? The luxury that this affords you, as we kind of alluded to earlier, is that on our nukers, Skullcrown and Rey, I have them built with no speed, right? Like attack percentage on their boots, all out nukage. Also, I have them built with 70% crit rate, probably actually closer to 100%, but I'm given the luxury of building them to 70% crit rate because Farrakhan the Fat has an increased crit rate and crit damage on his ally attack ability. That's why I love Farrakhan the Fat. Him and Longbeard, I would say, are my personal favorite blender comp champions, but of course, any ally attack champion works. Cardial, Lanicus the Chosen, Longbeard, as we mentioned, Catacomb Counselor, even Lady Atessa, who am I forgetting? Krila Witch Arm. There's a bunch of them out there, right? So an ally attack obviously is instrumental on a team like this. Let's go ahead and try to wipe this team out as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you the builds after this one, then we'll just kind of have some fun and just burn through some teams here inside the arena. So this time we don't kill everybody, but the good news is we come back around and then we kill them, you know, a few seconds later. So 8 seconds. I lied. This is kind of fun, guys. Let's do one more team here. Let's evaporate this team. And again, this is a farming strategy, right? This is, you can push to plat with a strategy like this, especially if you're trying to make quick work of it and try to make, you know, another 2-second farm, right? Try to just get there fast, right? But you do have to be selective. I can't go against a team like this. I'm going to do it just to prove a point to you guys. But I mean, there's no way in hell we're killing a Vogoth Necret team. Just no way. But I'll show you, this is why a purposeful loss here. This is why we don't go against teams like this. Too tanky, we're not going to be able to do enough damage with a team like this. Now, there's also different ways to build a team like this, a blender comp, right? Some people can get away with running faster speeds and getting rid of Arbiter and replacing her role with, say, a Madame Sarah, someone to remove buffs, someone to debuff at the same time.
Let's not celebrate too fast.
Hey, for a second there, I thought we might pull it off, but yeah, not even close once Kanderfon had something to say about that. Okay, let me show you the builds, then we'll go have some more fun inside the arena. So it's pretty simple, guys. I don't have sick gear on any of these champions. Granted, Rey is +3, so there's that. But I mean, the artifacts here, I don't really care that much, right? I just left whatever. I don't really use Rey that much on my account, even though maybe I should. She's actually a pretty cool champion. One of the best damage dealers, raw damage dealers with AoE attacks on every ability. She have an AoE on it. It's AoE, and of course, yeah, AoE. Yeah, just really cool champion. Anyway, I just had random gear on her. Crit rate, crit damage, speed. I just left everything that I had on her. Only change I made for this video is I threw attack percentage boots on her because we don't care how fast she is. We also want to make sure that she has War Master mastery on both of your ignoring defense on both of your nukers, right? So other than that, you know, crit damage on the gauntlets, I only need her at 70% crit rate because we have the buff there anyway. Now, this is predicated on building these champions specifically for a blender comp. So again, kind of a disclaimer for you guys, if you want more of an all-around utility versatility from some of these champions. We don't all have the luxury of just building champions for one role and that's it on our entire account. We have to be a little bit more of a renaissance man or woman and a jack of all trades with these champions and how we build them. All that being said, you can still build them 100% crit rate, even on a team with Ferric and the Fat. It's all good. It's all good. You're going to be okay, even running them with speed boots if you want to, or swapping out artifacts if you don't mind paying the cost. We have Arbiter, basically just all-out speed gear, which is how you should build Arbiter for the arena. So I just have all my best speed gear on my entire account on Arbiter at 367, and then all we're trying to do is build Ferric and the Fat so he's within 30% or 70% of Arbiter's speed, because that's her turn meter boost to kind of catch him up so that he's going second, activating the ally attack. So where is Ferric and the Fat? So Ferric and the Fat, I see this a lot, right? Some people put him or use him on a blender comp and they try to maximize his damage because he's such a great damage dealer, which he is for clan boss or other areas of the game. But for an ally attack, he's not. On his ally attack, if you read it, increased crit rate, increased crit damage on all allies except this champion for 3 turns. Then all allies, again, except this champion will attack 1 target enemy. So he's not really doing any of your damage on a blender comp specifically. Sure, you can still build him out to be a nuke or help you in other areas of the game. But for me, all I really cared about was getting that speed on him so that he's in, again, that 30% difference from Arbiter so that he's always going second on the squad. And really, that's it. I didn't even put all masteries on this guy. I picked up Lure of Steel to get an extra, I think, 5 speed from it, but I didn't even finish my mastery tree here. Of course, I can go back and do that because I will use Ferric and the Fat in other areas of the game. But on him, again, all I looked for was speed. I did care less what I was putting on this dude. So speed 17, obviously speed boots. We got triple speed there. We got triple speed there. We got double speed, level 8 helmet, level 8 weapon, double speed. That's it, you know, just speed. You guys get the point. All right. And then Skull Crown, we have, where are you, Skull Crown? Same thing as Ray for the most part, guys. By the way, Ray and Skull Crown, or whoever your nukers are, you can use Banshee as well. She has an AoE on the A1 with the weak version of defense. I think it's a 30% land rate when booked. Rare champion, farmable, especially for newer players who want to try out a blender comp. And why am I taking so long to find Skull? There she is. She's a little bit better equipped than Ray is. Obviously, Savage and Helm Smasher are going to be ideal for whoever your nukers are on the AoE attacks. But again, here we have attack percentage on the boots, attack percentage on the chest, crit damage on the gauntlets, and then just looking for more crit damage and more crit rate from the other artifacts. And again, on masteries, as we mentioned, we went with Helm Smasher, also picked up Retribution because, you know, counterattacks with an AoE on the A1 is always a good thing. Other than that, just trying to maximize damage, probably attack on the banner and crit damage on the amulet here. So that's the team, guys. That's really it, right? I gave you a bunch of options in terms of different champion choices for ally attack earlier in the video. I gave you different ways that you can kind of, guys, construct a team here. You don't have to use Arbiter as your lead, although I do find it easier because this is a go first team, right? Fundamentally, this is a team that you want to kind of need to go first, right? You're not really equipped to take too many hits. Now, against a team like this, we're still able to get away with it, of course, not killing everybody on the first shot. I am curious. I think I'm going to switch the positions up and just see what happens. Just see what happens here, right? But again, you'll see that Ferric and the Fat, building him for damage is totally cool in, you know, pretty much every area of the game. But oh, you know what, guys? I think it worked out a little bit better with her in the third position. Foregoing a little bit of the extra hit, foregoing some of that decreased defense from Ray's A1. Let's try against this team here. But again, think about this even with a little bit easier teams, right? Just like absolutely like a lawnmower going through grass, cutting through grass on some of these easier, you know, you guys know the teams that you see sprout out of just like, you know, Kale, Gilek at 30k team power or whatever. Just quick work. Boom, boom, boom. Go through them just like this, guys. And I guess we don't need to belabor the point here on the video. Hopefully, this has been a very popular request. I've never done a video on a blender comp before here on the channel. channel. But hopefully this gives you guys an idea of how this strategy works, why, again, it is so effective, and you can basically max out your Great Hall very, very efficiently. You can see when things go right, you're talking 2 seconds per attack. It's nice, especially if you save up some refills on your tokens and you want to kind of spend maybe a half an hour, maybe an hour just chilling there and getting some arena medal farming. Like, this is the strategy to go to. Like, this is it, man. You will really, or woman, sorry, you will definitely be able to make some significant progress on your Great Hall. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys watching all the way till the end. Hey, if you enjoy the content, I invite you to subscribe to the channel as well. It means a lot to me, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.